Welcome back. In this practice, we're going to take care of the multiplication and division of radicals. The rule says if we have nth square root a times nth square root b, we can have nth square root ab, where ab, they are positive numbers, and n is integer greater than 1. That is the rule. Okay, now with this rule, we can take a look at some super basic multiplication. Let's say we have square root of 5 times square root of 3. You know what's happening? We have 3 times 5 square root of 15. How about we have 6 square root of 2 times 5 square root of 3? You're going to take care of this 6 and 5 first. 6 times 5 is 30. And the square root of 2 times 3 is 6. Alright, how about we have the square root of 3 times the square root of 3? That is square root of 3 squared, right? So think about a square root of 3 is 3 to the 1/2 power. Remember, power of power. So power of power is, you multiply these two numbers. So 2 times 1/2 is 1. 3 to the first power, that is 3. Alright, let's look at our next practice. How about we have, let's say, square root of 12 times the square root of 24. Now pause this video if you want to try it all by yourself. I'm going to rewrite a square root of 12 as 3 times 4. Square root of 24, 4 times 6. Now, when I say 4, I know 4 can come out as 2. So 2 square root of 3, 2 square root of 6. Now, I'm going to multiply these 2's. That gives me 4. And times 3 and 6. That gives me 18. Now, when I say 18, I know 18 is 2 times 9. 9 is 3 squared, which means 3 can come out. So 3 times 4 times the square root 2. And that is 12 square root 2. Our next question is the square root x times the square root y to the third power. Alright, so we're going to rewrite this as x times y to the third power. Think about y to the third power. Y to the third power is y to the first power times y to the second power. Means this can come out. But remember, in our previous video, we talked about the principal nth root of a number is a positive number, unless n is odd and a is less than 1. Therefore, in order to have this y squared come out, we need to use absolute value. And then, under the square root, these two guys stay, so xy. That is the solution. Alright, let's look at our next practice. How about we have 9z to the third power times 16, and we have y to the fourth power, z to the first power. Alright, by the rule, we can say 9 times 16. 9 times 16 really quick. 16 times 9. Okay, that's 144. Okay, and then z to the third power, z to the fourth power, that's z to the fourth power, and y also to the fourth power. Now, I'm going to erase here a little bit because we don't need this part. We can continue right down here. 144 comes out of the square root is 12. Z to the fourth power, that is z to the second power. Y to the fourth power, y to the second power. We are done with this one. Now, let us take care of our division. Our first question is square root of 6 divided by square root of 3. We can rewrite as 6 divided by 3. That is square root 2. We are done. And the same thing here, we can build a longer, bigger, taller radical symbol, and then we put this on the top and this at the bottom, and we have 18 divided by 9, that is 2. Remember, the quotient rule says we're going to keep the base, which is a. We're going to subtract the exponent, that is 2. All right, can this a squared come out? Yes, you may, but you got to stay in the absolute value and times the square root of 2. Let us continue. We're going to build a longer, taller radical symbol. Put this on the numerator, please, and this on the denominator. And check, everything copied down correctly. And 98 divided by 7, that gives me 14. 14. You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay under the radical. And 5, that's exponent is 5, exponent is 1, so r to the 4th power. R to the 4th power means r can come out as r squared. Square root of 14, that it is, we can't go anywhere. You have to stay there. That's it. 2 super simple questions. Look really simple and short, but remember, we need to do rationalize the denominators. You might not like it, but be patient with yourself. I know you'll get it. All right. So this time we're going to separate it. Last time we built a longer radical symbol. This time we're going to separate it into 2 parts. Now, square root of 1 is 1. So you have a 1 over square root a. I'm going to rationalize denominator. If you want to know how to do this, we have a short video and talk about how to rationalize denominator. Simply multiply a very special number 1. You're looking at this denominator. What do you have? Then you're going to write a number 1 is square root a over square root a. Okay? All right. So add the denominator square root a times the square root a. And don't just write down a. You write down a stays in the absolute value. Why? Refer to the rules we talked about many times in the first part of this video and the previous video. And now 1 times the square root a, that's square root a. Now we call it all done. Would you like to try this one all by yourself? Give it a try. All right, we're gonna rewrite. 4 comes out is 2. And then we're gonna rationalize the denominator by looking at the denominator is square root of w. Therefore, we're going to write a very special number 1. Why do we do that? Because we can change the form but not change the value. All right, so remember, don't just write down w. It is what? W stays in the absolute value. And we have 2 times the square root of w is your numerator. Now we call it all done. Happy learning.